Yeah, we've got another introducing for you today, people. Hope you enjoy this. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to Duggystone Radio and you'll see all the stuff we're working on, especially on a Thursday morning. I do Dougie's Atomic Dustbin, and then we do have special interviews, and we've got one today, and I'm going to bring my guest on right now. He's been waiting patiently while I've been playing some music, and hopefully enjoying it. Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a great feeling to be on your show finally. I've been wanting to come on your show for a very long time, and you truly have been a supporter of mine a while ago. Before everybody was jumping on board, you were one of the first people to believe in me as an artist and my music, and I see you always play my music.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for supporting me.
Yeah,
Kirk.
I do, man. I do. It's important to me. We set up in 2017 to discover, develop, and promote emerging artists. And I've got I like to find new music. Yes, the classic stuff that we know. I mean, classic to me, well, it'll be classic to you, but our stuff from the 80s, 90s, great. Yeah, it's got its place, but I just get absolutely bored with it. And what I'm trying to do with my shows and doing things like this is get that feeling back that I had when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, listening to music going, oh, I love this, and that excitement that you get. And that's what I'm trying to do. And there's a lot of underground emerging artists. It's a very busy environment, and we're trying to peel that back and find people like yourself. So anyway, how do you pronounce your stage name?
Ladies and gentlemen, my stage name and my birth name is Edidion. So like Celine Dion, Edidion.
That's all I'll have to remember it. So tonight we've got not Celine Dion, we've got Edidion. No. I'll get it wrong because for me I'm dyslexic as well, and if I get an unusual name, I'm absolutely scuppered. And it's even worse for me because apart from this, I work 3 days a week for a tech company, and the vast majority of people there are Asian. So I've got no chance because the names are just like. Oh no, it's painful for me, painful. So you've took time out of your studies to come and join us today, haven't you?
Yes, I have. And for Duggystone Radio, I will stop anything and come and see you. So this is no trouble for me. It's a pleasure.
It's excellent. I mean, what we're going to do, we'll play a couple of your tracks during the show. We won't be on screen when they're on. I'll have some graphics going, so don't worry about that. And the two tracks I'm going to play is Bugatti, because I love that. Yeah. All the homies eating, it's a buffet, baby. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love that track. And your new track, which I think is good as well. I really like that. Yeah. I think for me, those two are really, they're brilliant tracks from you. I think vocally and musically, I think they're really good pieces.
Thank you, Kirk.
Oh, no, they are. They're very good. They're very good. Let's see if we've got any questions anyway. So what got you into producing your own stuff?
You know, I've had a love of music for a very long time. Since I was a child, all I dreamt about was being a solo artist and touring the world, just like the people I looked up to, like Michael Jackson, Usher, Prince, PM Dawn, Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross.
Wow.
List goes on.
Luke, for me, I mean, all of us are good, but for me, my wife's not really into R&B and stuff like that. But Luther Vandross, if that comes on at a wedding, I normally get up with one of Sandra's friends, and they're like, he knows all the words and he's dancing to it and everything. I just love Luther Vandross. I think he's awesome, and you can't beat a bit of R&B, can you? So I think it's great.
R&B
So would you class your music as? What would you class it in? Because it's not really hip hop, is it rap? Would you class it in that, or is it sort of in between the two?
It's so funny because I call myself a R&B artist, but I love to try different genres. I don't really like to box myself. And as a fan of music myself, I genuinely listen to rock, pop, dance, Afrobeat, trap music, rap music. So when people hear my music, they get a true reflection of what I enjoy personally.
Yeah.
So I just like to call myself a very diverse artist, you know, versatile.
I mean, really, we shouldn't pigeonhole everyone into a genre, should we? But we do, and I'm guilty of it as well. But because I was listening to your music, I'm like, do I class this as R&B? Do I class this as rap? What do I class it as? Because it's not traditional rap, as because I know quite a lot of rap artists in the States as well. So that's a different sound than the trap and the grime that we've got in the UK. My lad's 20, and for the last 4 or 5 years, all I've listened to when he get. I don't have a choice what goes on when I get in my car, and it's like, oh, well, okay. I ended up going watching Nines, so last year, the year before, well, before COVID, which was interesting. He's from London. Where are you based?
Wembley.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Shawnable, who's one of our sponsors, Woof and Brew. Don't forget to go and get some Woof and Brew, people. They sponsor. In fact, I'm going to put his little advert on. If you go to woofandbrew.com, type in Duggystone10, get 10% off. Treats for love dogs. There you go. That's that bit done. There you go. We've got to do that, haven't we? He said, what are you studying and why?
Oh, so right now I'm currently in my 3rd year of university, and I'm studying creative musicianship, bachelor honors.
Oh, nice.
So it's a very well-rounded degree. So it covers business, marketing, how to be an entrepreneur, songwriting, live performance, and so many different things. I'm quite a very multifaceted person, and I've always wanted to have, you know, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, you know, because, you know, sometimes, you know, people's dreams of being a superstar may not work out. And I've always wanted to have the ability of being able to support myself regardless of where my career goes. So I wanted to study a course that I was able to have transferable skills that I could take anywhere you know, not just, you know, singing and dancing. So there's a lot more to my degree than just the music part of it. But obviously, music is a big part of it, but there's a lot more to it.
I like that because yes, it's an industry that's difficult to get in. It's difficult to get on. But however, there's other parts. So if you, from what you've said from that, if you can still do your craft and still do your music whilst you've got something else on. So as an example, yesterday we did a live show in here. It wasn't even our show. We actually produced someone else's podcast. They come onto our show on our station, and we produced. I was on the back of the camera, behind the camera for a change. And do you know what? Absolutely loved it. Watching them work, just doing my stuff here, and so there's other sides to it. There's producing, there's everything, isn't there? So fair play for you to doing that. I think that's a really smart move of you. Smart move.
Thank you.
Shawnable, who asked that question, said, excellent answer. I mean, Eddie's just come on. He said, who are your biggest influences? I presume it's the people that you said a minute ago. So,
yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Those influences. I'm very influenced by old. Well, I don't know if I should say old school artists, but I'm very much a student of legends. You know, I like to watch how, you know, they came in the industry and how they conduct themselves. And when I write my songs, when I shoot my videos, I always like to look at the people from, you know, 80s, 90s, 2000s era, you know, because I would like to be just as great as them. So I'm inspired by a lot of great people, and I hope to be great like them one day.
Good. Well, I always say there's no point aiming here because you need to aim high, and if you fall somewhere a little bit short of it, but it's still doing what you're doing, then that's absolutely fine. So I think what we'll do for people out there, if you're expecting indie music people, it's the wrong show. It's the wrong show. This. So we're gonna start off with. Oh, let me find it because I was listening to it a bit back. I did have it on pre-show. I've got to find you again now. I should have had a. Here we go. There we go.
Which song are you looking for?
I'm looking for Bugatti. We're going to start with Bugatti, I think.
Your favourite?
It's my favourite, honestly. Because while you're not on the screen, I might be doing a bit of hey. I love it. I love it. I mean, I used to do a show. And I stopped doing it because I was doing too much stuff, so I had to start focusing on one thing because it was spread too thin. And I used to do a hip hop show on a Saturday night, which was. It was everything. I mean, it was a bit adult because there was a lot of the artists I was playing was from the States, so they were using the usual word that they use. And a few people were like, you can't be playing this. I was like, yeah, but it's good stuff. So that was a platform.
Yeah.
So we could do with a show like that again, I think, at a right time, but may not. What I think more of a blend rather than just because that stuff. You know, a bit of R&B, a bit of whatever. So it's a fabulous track, Janice said. Bugatti. So people, let's have a listen.
Hi, Janice.
Saying hi, Janice. Well, he's waving. You can see him, can't you? Oh, what a pellic I am. Right, we're going to play this. We'll be right back. Drop your questions in. And it's what I like about this track, it's one of those tracks that you can hear for the first time, and by the end of the track, you're into it. As in, you can sort of know what to do, and you've got the beat and everything. I think it's brilliant. It's a brilliant track, this. Anyway, enjoy this, people. From... Sounds like Celine. I can't even say her name. Yeah. Celine Dion, but it's not Celine Dion. It's Edidion. Seen it in it.
Let go. Pull up in that Bugatti with your dream, babe. I'll be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face. Pull up in that Bugatti with your dream, babe. I'll be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face. They don't know me. They shooting cause I'm ballin' like I'm Kobe. I got pounds and them haters holding no weight. Money fast, no delay. Do that dash like I'm late. I see them clocking me. My swag is so Atlanta, they be hawking me. I ship to Indiana, ain't no parking fee.
Come on, people.
Got the ace by the case, I got space in the rave. Wrist cold, you can ice skate. I throw it up, it's a high stake. Raining 6 O's on that new Patek. They sleeping on me, but I ain't a bed. Pull up in that Gotti with your dream, babe. I be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face. Pull up in that Gotti with your dream, babe. I be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face. Grinding every day, so the labels put a Billy on. Styling on the stage, so one day I put my city on. Riding in the coupe, no keys with my day one.
If your speakers aren't rattling people to this, it's not loud enough.
They don't want the smoke. Just cop the Valentinos with the matching coat. They say I flick like Tarantino every time they scroll. Got it lit like a match, turned up to the max. Wrist cold, you can ice skate. I throw it up, it's a high stake. Raining 6 O's on that new Patek. They sleeping on me, but I ain't a bed. Pull up in that Gotti with your dream, babe. I be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face. Pull up in that Gotti with your dream, babe. I be stunting on them, hit that replay. All the homies eating, it's a buffet. I see the hate, all in their face.
Hey.
I see the hate,
Back in the room, man. Another trap room by Duggystone. All in the face. Yeah, woo! Bugatti. Yeah, baby. That's the stuff in it. Do you know what I mean? And if people, Sean Hubble's been on, he said, I'd play that in my Bugatti if I had one.
That's the people I made it for. Play it in your Bugattis for real. Exactly.
Now, what we need to do is find some people with Bugattis. That'd be good. Eddie King is in Lotus Drivers Club. It's not the same. But Eddie, do you know any Bugatti owners? If you do, can you hook them up? Janice says she plays that a lot. Love this track. I'll tell you what, I love that. So Eddie's been on, he said, who would you most like to collaborate with? That's a good one.
I would like to collaborate with Usher. I think that'll be a great collaboration, and like we both dance as well, so I think that'll be a great video. I would have liked to work with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
There's so many people I want to work with, but there's a lot of old school like producers like Nile Rodgers I'd like to work with. There's a lot of people back in the days I would like to do a song with. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, maybe Janet. Yeah.
Oh, Janet, woo!
I love Janet Jackson.
Brilliant.
That's one of my favorites.
Prince
would have been. I'm not sure if you guys know who PM Dawn are.
Yeah.
I love them.
Set adrift on memory bliss. Yeah, of course we do, man. Of course we do. Well, you know what I mean?
love them.
Brilliant.
One of my biggest inspirations vocally. Rest in peace to one of the members, but I would have loved to work with them.
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the brilliant man, the brilliant. What someone you might want to hook up with, and I don't know really but you like Michael Jackson, right? And I'm not even sure if this guy's bought the rights to some of his tracks, but his name's Tony Zucas. Is Latin American, and he's done. This is brilliant. So go and check him out after the show, and I'm going to play a little bit for you because what he's done with Michael Jackson's music is brilliant. He's got a team of people in the studios, and the way he sings it is just divine, man. It's brilliant. But yeah, definitely go and check him out. And he's got groups of different people doing the vocals, but I'm sure he's bought the rights, so he's got some of or he had the rights to do it. He did a concert. It was called the Latin tribute to Michael Jackson live concert Unity. Tony Zucas. Go and check him out. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If you're into Michael Jackson, there you go.
Yes.
Maybe you can collaborate with him. That's what I'm telling you.
I would love to, and I love Human Nature and the people who did the production on that. Like, if I could work with them and create something like that, like, that'll be magical.
Well, if you put it out to the universe, it generally comes, or something comes, and something will come like that, or produce your own thing that's similar to it. But I'm sure you've got the right attitude anyway. You've got the right attitude to go forward. So, any more questions, people? Anything on there?
Yes, throw them at me, guys.
Throw the questions, not the abuse, the questions. So throw the abuse at me. I can absorb it. They usually do as well. So have you done? So you've produced music that's obviously on the old digital on the internet. Have you done anything live? Have you done any gigs or anything?
Yeah, I'm always performing. I've done so many. I can't even name them. I've even got 2 shows this Saturday, in fact, one in Hammersmith and one in Harlesden on the same day. I don't think I've done 2 shows in one day before, so that's interesting. But yeah, I'm always performing. It's funny because I feel like when I started to perform live and actually, get out the house and perform, things started to take off for me, I feel. Because naturally I'm quite shy and I'm very reserved, and I just put my music online and I just hide behind it. But I felt like when I started to go out there and perform and like really, transmit my energy to people, I feel like people respond really well when I perform. So I'm addicted to it now. I love performing. It's so fun when you make the songs in the studio and then you go out there in person, and then you get to see how your music actually affects people in real time. And I'm just addicted to that feeling. So one day, hopefully I can tour and do like Wembley Arena or something. So yeah.
Good. Well, it does affect people. And I know I'm on here and I've got to entertain people, but genuinely the music and dancing to it, singing to it is how it makes me feel. And I think it's great. So I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, and I know you're going to say no, but anyway, I'll ask you in a minute. Anyway, Sean Hubble's been on. He says, can we all chip in and get Kirk in the next music video?
Yes, of course. That would be epic. I would love to have Kirk next year.
I'm going to be on I think I might be going to... might be on someone else's next year as well, which would be great. We normally ask artists this question. I'm going to ask it you, and I know you're going to say no, because you're that kind of guy, I think. We normally say you can answer the question or not. Which artist or band would you put in room 101, never to be heard of again? And I think you're very diplomatic, and you're not going to say. So there you go.
Kirk, oh my God.
You don't have to, you see. I can tell by you don't want to offend anyone, so I'll answer for you. He's not going to answer that question. So there you go. Not going to answer that. Not going to put anything in room 101. It's up to you if you like to.
Has anybody answered that before? Like,
loads. Yeah. Some of them's named about 4 different bands. I'm like, whoa, stop, that's enough. Yeah, so I know, so that's not a good question. I know that's not a question for you, so I'm not going to answer that one.
That's a naughty question.
It is a naughty question, but...
It is.
Well, normally we're interviewing indie artists who are a bit rock and roll, so they just don't care, so they're just not bothered. So Right, I'll tell you what I can ask you. So you've done some live gigs. What's the worst thing that's happened? Or these normally seem to be funny or interesting. So what's a memorable thing that's happened? You think, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? We've had things where people wanted a wee and he's had to stand behind the speaker and have one because he couldn't go off stage. Had all sorts of stuff like that. So
that's happened?
Yeah. Rock and roll, I told you. Indie artist. We had another one where he was the drummer and they made him sit there all the way through and he wanted a wee and he went, you can't come off, we're halfway through that set, you're just going to have to sit there in agony and play the drums. So... Yeah, what's happened? Has anything happened? Like, I don't know. Was one band turned up, right? And it's supposed to be everything. Then it was open mic, and all it was a mic. There wasn't even a mic stand. So, yeah. Have you had anything like that for us?
I haven't had those drastic moments yet, but I mean, I've had situations where like the song has skipped while I'm performing, and the DJ's like pitched my vocals higher, and I've had to find the key while I'm performing. I've had many crazy moments, but it definitely teaches you how to be on the ball as a performer and how to act when things suddenly happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I pride myself on, singing live and really honing your craft, because I don't want anyone to ever catch me out or catch me slipping, so yeah.
That's a good one. And what you tend to find is you need those little knocks, all those little things for when you go and do the big things, because if you've not experienced it, a bit like yesterday, I know I'm talking a bit about me, but it's on your frame. I'd set the studio up ready for two presenters to be sat side by side, because that's what I thought they'd asked for. I got new microphones for them and cameras and everything all set up. They walked in an hour before the show and went, why is it set up like this? I was like, well, that's how we do two presenters. No, we need a table over there, two chairs, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, right, leave the studio, and me and Eddie will rearrange the studio, and we'll get it all right. So you need that because it's going to come on. But fortunately for me, I've got 6 different types of microphones that they can use, 3 or 4 different ways of setting up. So if I get any curveballs when I can do it. Oh, and Eddie's been in there, he also chirping. He put the drums in front to sort of make it more musical. So there you go. Yeah.
Hello, Eddie. We've got the same name. Hi.
He's Eddie King. That's his name. Eddie King.
That's a cool name. I know. It's a great rock star name. I like that. That's
why I got him on, because I said you've got a proper DJ name, Eddie King. Yeah. That's it all the time. So there you go.
Perfect.
Oh, before I might forget later. So if you can say, hello, this is Celine Dion. You are listening to Duggystone Radio. That'd be great. But don't say Celine.
You're hilarious.
But say your own name, and you are listening to Duggystone Radio, and it'll become a jingle that we put on the shows. So
now?
Yeah, right on the spot, man.
Oh, okay. It's your boy Edidion, and you're listening to Duggystone Radio.
Absolutely wonderful. One hit wonder. Love it. Sorry, I mean one take, not one hit. Cool needs a jingle. Yes, Eddie will produce that into a jingle. That's what we do. Because then what we do is we play them on the show, like what have we got here? We've got like this.
Hi, Roy, from the Shed Project, from Sonny Bolton. You're listening to Duggystone Radio.
And the reason why we ask you, see, when you become a megastar and you're touring the world, I'll play your jingle. And I'll go, there you go.
Yes, and tell everyone that I interviewed him before all of you guys did.
Correct. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll be on the stage door. Let me in. Right, so we sometimes ask this question. Like when people you could get old diva-ish when you become famous, but I don't think you will. However, you've got to have some riders. So what would be the ridiculous riders that you would ask for? So I want in my dressing room, boom, 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 boom. What would you have?
I have to have definitely candy, because I have a bad sweet tooth. Get me my candies that I like. I have to have ice cold water. I have to have at least, I don't know if this counts as a rider, but I would like to have a nice wide dressing room, mirrors, lights. What else would I like? I would like to have a wireless speaker, because sometimes I like to play music to get in the vibe, so just in case you can hook that up. I want my set list on the table.
You're not very demanding, are you? You need to get into Janice, can you book him for the studio? Because what he's just described there, I've got all of that. I can do that. I can even put water in the fridge, and it's cheap. It's a cheap date. We can have him. Not the riders are good. I mean, we had one band, and we said, "What would your riders be?" And he says, "I'd want a throne made out of chicken, KFC." KFC boxes full of KFC. That was his rider.
That's different.
That's different, isn't it? I mean, that's amazing. That's what he wanted. He wanted a throne made of...
Okay. Well, definitely some vegan food for me. Yeah, I think.
Cool. Vegan food. Janice, get the vegan food. You better throw the steak out. We don't want any of that.
No, none of it.
So how long you been vegan then? That's the question. I have a bit of thing about vegans, but there you go. But
yes,
how long you been vegan? Was it health reasons, or is it ethical reasons, or how come you've gone to the dark side of the veganism? Go on.
Yes, I know. I have been converted. You know what? It started ethically, and then it became health reasons. Like once I did research, I was like, wow, there's a lot of health benefits to being vegan. I was on Facebook one day actually, and I was just scrolling through, and bam, this like video showing, how beef is made and how cows are treated. I'm a very squeamish person. I don't do horror movies. I'm very much like lightweight like that.
Yeah.
Like I could watch a horror movie and I literally like won't go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't watch them either, but there you go.
I can't do it. So like when I watched, that video, it really broke my heart and like tugged on my heartstrings. And I was like, I cannot consciously support that. So I said, okay, from this day forward, I'm going vegan. And I've been vegan for about like 6-7 years now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Janice, don't invite him to me barbecue because they No, fair enough. If that's what you're into. I mean,
I can have salad.
She just said lettuce then. She's loving the Snoopy t-shirt. Yeah, I've just the Snoopy.
Oh,
yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, Janice said she likes the Snoopy t-shirt.
Thanks, Janice. You see, she's got good taste, so.
Yeah, Snoopy was massive back in the day when we was growing up, so we're of a younger time. So where are we up to? Should we have another track? I think we should, shouldn't we?
Can we play Concentration and then I can talk about it a little bit?
Well, you can. That's your new latest music, isn't it? Your latest track.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about this then, and before we play it, and then people will already be in the mindset for it.
Okay. By the way, guys, the official video for Concentration is on my YouTube channel, so check it out. Concentration is a R&B / Afrobeat song. I was inspired by Wizkid and Tiwa Savage and all the different Afrobeat stars out right now. And I wanted to create a song that was quite sexy and quite fun because I don't usually show that side to myself. I'm quite, straight-laced. So I said, this time I just want to, have a more laid back and more fun and summery and loud and dancey approach to my music that I've never really done before. And even when you watch the video, it's very colorful. So this is Concentration. It's just full of vibes. It's a very danceable and upbeat and fun song.
Well, I'm glad you filled for me because while she was doing that, I've gone away and got the video so everyone can watch it. If that's okay. Do you know what I mean? This is what we do here. I'm a professional.
Leave a comment and subscribe.
Yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, people. And I'm just looking for... Oh, here we go. Because this is what Janice normally says. Now, what do we say, Janice?
We say, cue the VT.
Cue the VT. Be right back, people. Watch this video.
Edidion.
Edidion. Say it, see? There you go. Say it.
A pretty little thing caught my eye, yeah. Shorty a bad bee, certified, yeah. She on the dance floor going crazy. She dirty dancing, no Swayze. I like the way she whines slow motion. She got me love drunk, no potion. I wanna take her back to the crib, yeah. So we can get it lit with the quickness. Girl, I think I'm falling for you. So damn fine, I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. Yeah. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Diamonds on my grill gon' shine, shine. Talking all night on your hotline. I wanna beat it up like the baseline. Like eyes with my hands on your waistline. You need a winner, get at me. I'm like the winner, so icy. Nobody gon' do you the same way. Coast to coast trips in a PJ. Girl, I think I'm falling for you. So damn fine, I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Girl, you know you're my fixation. It's hard to resist temptation. Girl, I think I'm falling for you. So damn fine, I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. 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 Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration.
I'm loving it. Hey, sweat your body, people.
I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration.
Yeah, you would lose your concentration with that lot around you, mate. What's going on there? Do you know what I mean, eh?
Exactly.
Hey? Lovely.
Exactly.
Say well done to the girls for us. Let me just bring you back on screen. I can't find this. I'm fine. Yeah, they're excellent, mate. I'll tell you what.
Girls.
Come on, girls. You can do it.
Yeah.
Well, let me just make sure we're on screen. Let's, because I've moved my cameras over and might just be me. Hang on, let me get rid of this. That'll do it. There we go. We are on screen. Thank God for that. That's a brilliant video.
Thank you.
Brilliant. I like it. And do you know what track that reminded me of straight away when I heard it? And that's how it started.
What? Tell me.
Hey?
Tell me which one reminded you of.
This. I'll tell you what it reminded me of straight away. And it reminded me of this track.
Oh, wow.
See what I mean? I think vocally and some of the theme of what you're saying, you know, it's very similar to that. That's my view anyway. That's my view.
I just have to chime in. First of all, that's a huge compliment. Craig David is one of my biggest inspirations. Fun fact, one of the first albums I ever bought was Craig David's Born to Do It album.
Yeah.
And Craig David being from London and being able to reach so many people around the world with his music was so inspiring to watch growing up. So for you to say that to me is mind-blowing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I no, you're welcome. I used to do it. Well, I need to bring the show back. I used to do a show called Freestyle Friday. The concept of that was I set a playlist up on a Thursday night, didn't look at it, and people added tracks to it. I came in on a Friday morning, sat down and gone, where's the playlist? Whilst the track was playing, I had to think of a counter track to go against the other track, and then someone would judge which was the better track. So if if someone had put Craig David on, I'd have put your track up against that. That's how it works. So I try and make links when I'm listening to music and go, oh, that sounds like another track. Not saying you've nicked the music or but it's got similar. It's got a similar vibe. Janice is interested in the dancers. She says, are the dancers fellow students at university?
Yes. Fun fact, they all are. Yes, and it's funny because during the dance rehearsals, that's how we all bonded. Like we all talked about our lives as students, and we all could relate to each other, and it was so fun, and it was just amazing to share that experience with people who are doing the same things you're doing. And plus, I also felt happy watching them because they were so excited to have the opportunity to shoot a video. And even when we arrived on set, like they were so excited and they were so happy. And I felt honored to, you know, be a part of their story and their legacy and their history. And that was their first like major video. And I am going to put out a behind the scenes documentary. I'm going to be 2 parts.
Wow.
I tried so hard to make it short, but I've got so much footage that I just couldn't. So it's going to be in 2 parts, and everyone will get to see the dance rehearsals and the behind the scenes and all the hard work I put into it. And
love it.
Me and the girls. And so, yeah.
I love it. I love it. And you've got some nice clobber on there, I must say. Some nice clothing on there. Is that all your gear, or did you rent it in? Or have you? You look quite smart. That's some proper gear on, didn't you? You did. I mean, I'd look a right mess in that because I'm of a certain age, and I put some stuff on. I've got like tight trousers and everything off. What you got them on for? Like you're an old man. Get them off. Get something else.
No, Kirk, I strongly disagree. I think you're very fly. I think you're very cool, and I think you're quite hip. Actually, I don't. Age is not even.
Try to be.
Yeah, I think you'd fit right in my video. Like if you and I were next to each other, you'd fit right.
You'd have to give me some sensible moves because I do like a bit of a dance. I tried to. I was at a Diwali party the other week, first one I've ever been to at work, and ended up dancing with one of the guys there, and I was sort of getting into it. But then when I watched the video back, I thought, oh, you look a bit clumsy there. So you probably have to have me in your video walking past with a broom like that while cleaning up afterwards or something like that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of it, when you're finished, I'll just come on. I'll just come on with my overalls on and brush up. See you later. See you later, man. See you later. Thanks a lot. See you later. Don't worry about me. I'll clean up. Yeah.
You are so silly.
I know. It's what it's about. You've got to be silly.
Yeah. Well, thank you for actually giving me my props about my fashion. Every outfit you see me wear is styled by me, myself. I pick out every outfit. So I'm really happy that you gave me props because when it comes to my fashion, I put a lot into it. Like everything's very detailed. Everything is planned out, thought out. Like even for concentration, obviously the concept of the video. I don't know if you've seen it, but do you know "Crush on You" by Lil Kim? Crush on You.
Yeah.
I know you see me on the video. True.
Yeah.
Where it's the different colors.
Yeah.
I was inspired by that video.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And each scene is, like Kim is wearing green.
Yeah. No, I know. It's for the benefit of the people out there. I'll have to cut some of this out because when it goes onto YouTube, I'll get done. So there you go, interviewing you. So yeah, just for the benefit. I'll have to cut that. I'm gonna have to do all the editing now, otherwise YouTube will pick stuff up and I'll get told off. So yeah, I was inspired by that. So each outfit, and even with the dancers, I had a lot of references. I'm really inspired by the old school. Like even if people pay attention to the video as well, I was also inspired by Bobby Brown. Every little step I take, like that video. I love that video. Yeah, brilliant, a brilliant track as well. Like Bobby Brown, brilliant.
As well.
Excellent. Have you got any more questions, people? Any more questions?
Yes. Throw them at me, guys. I am here.
Oh, no, it's a cold Thursday afternoon and it depends who's on there. No, there's not really anything, not all the questions on there. If you watch on YouTube, go and check the links out and go and find all the videos and stuff. So, yeah. So what's next then? So you've dropped that track. What have you got planned next? Is there any more music in the offing? I'm sure Imagineers.
Absolutely. Actually, one of my projects for my final project at university is I am creating a 3-track EP that has a bit of a concept to it. So that is going to come out next year. And I'm excited to share that because I'm going to show a side of myself that no one's seen, a very authentic, real and honest side, because people don't understand how tough and difficult it is as an independent artist and the journey you go through and mental health and so many other different things. And in these songs, I'm going to talk about that and delve deeper into it. So yeah, I'm very excited about that music that's coming out next year. So
nice, I like that. You're right. It's tough. It's a tough gig. Now, Sean Nubble's just been on, who's from Woof and Brew, which is one of our sponsors, and what he said. I'm going to put this up on the screen. That's steak bites for love dogs. So what he said is, and I know I said it. Why is there no dogs in your video? You've missed a trick there. So he can put his products in. I think that's.
I would do that in my next video. He has to send me some of his products, and I'll
send him some products and a dog. He needs a dog sending as well. What sort of dog would you like in your video?
Do you know what? It's so bad because I don't know the dog names, but I love dogs. I love animals. I think dogs are so cool. But I would definitely love them in my video for sure.
Excellent. Because you could go either little pugs, couldn't you? Or you could go ridiculous. I think what you'd... I can see you now with a big fur coat on, fur coat on, all blinged up, with two big Afghan, you know, the big dogs, are really big, that got loads of hair. I think two of them side by side, and you in a big fur coat, faux fur people before you kick off. Faux fur, you know the score, big, and I think that'd look really good. Yeah. Anyway, I know I'm not producing.
Great concept.
I'm not producing it, but I can just see it.
Visionary, Kirk the visionary.
Oh, talking about dogs, what do you think of Snoop Dogg? You've got Snoopy on your front. What about Snoop Dogg? What do you think about him as a character?
That's a great segue, by the way. I'm
full of it, man. Full of it.
I love Snoop Dogg. He's a legend, and I think he has a very unique tone. And like when you have him on your song, he just takes it to a whole nother level. I think Snoop Dogg is the king of cool. He's just so cool and just so laid back and
he don't care. He don't care. Yeah. He don't care what he does or what he says. He's just.
He doesn't.
Because if you see some of his videos, he actually does gate me and lads into Snoop. He loves Snoop. I've got tickets for Snoop Dogg. It's been cancelled twice, so hopefully we'll get to see him. And he's just playing video games online and talking to people, just normal people, and playing games. You know what I mean? Like,
he does that now, yeah.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the best thing I ever seen him do was him smoking a joint outside the White House. He's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, because it wasn't legal there, so but he was smoking a joint. He just doesn't care. I think I love his attitude to life and everything. And for him, for an artist like that, because if you think about where he's come from, and his music style, and you know, a lot of it's got swearing in it, for him to become and carry on and endure all the time he's endured. He's phenomenal for him to do the success he's had. It's crazy, really, isn't it, that he's gone all that time and he's never been shot. So there you go. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's just
impressive. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
He is the goal. So.
He is. Yeah. He is. That's right. We've got that. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's doubling back on us. Just checking. I have to refresh to make sure there's any other questions. So where can people find you if they're looking for you and they want to get in touch or book you for a gig or whatever? Find out more about you. What's the best place to get hold of you?
You can actually go directly to my website, which is www.edidionmusic.com. Or you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/edidionmusic, and I will spell that for you guys slowly. So it's EDIDION. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter. You can send me a DM.
I've got it written down here, so I didn't mix it up. So,
yeah. And yes, I am available for shows, bookings. Just contact me, reach out, and we can discuss that. And also, please check out my current single, Concentration, on all streaming platforms. Support unsigned R&B artists like myself. Yeah. So yes, thank you for having me, Kirk, and it was a really fun show. Thank you for having me.
No, I love doing this. I love doing these. I love doing interviews. Restarted the interviews. I used to do podcasts, with business podcasts, and I'm dyslexic. I used to do it on dyslexia and adversity. That was my podcast. And over the years, it's gone into music and what have you. But I think the main thing I like is I like to get to know. I like to have a conversation, and I don't. As you know, no set questions. It's a conversation like two people who are sat in a bar or sat in a coffee shop having a bit of a conversation, and the viewers out there are listening to our conversation. And
It's natural.
I think you can then take it to another level. You find out you can go. You're not stuck on a track, and you can move to wherever the mood takes you and whatever's discussed. And for me, listening to the music, like Bugatti, like Concentration, very powerful tracks, well put together, sound great. However, if you get behind the artist, get to understand the artist a bit more and what the songs are about and what you're doing and why you're doing it, I think it's so powerful to then relate that to the music. That's what I believe anyway.
Of course.
Oh, here we go. That was a really lovely interview. This is from Shawnable. Going to play on Spotify for the teenager later. He's got a teen. See, you might know because you're more in that age group. Shawnable's got a teenage son, 15. He said, "What should I buy me teenage son?" And we're all going, "I don't know. Well, don't ask us. What do you think's top? What's the current thing this year? What do you reckon you should have for a 15-year-old?" He'd probably say a microphone. Get him a microphone. Get
a microphone, keyboard, and start him early. No, I think definitely get him the latest trainers, something really fly, or see if, I don't know if he has a PlayStation 5 yet, so maybe get him one of the latest game consoles, or you can give him some money and you know, let him spend it how he wants. I think any young teenager just wants to look good, so buy some nice clothes, some nice shoes, games, music, or you can take him to a different country. I don't know. I mean, it's just average. I mean, that's all teenagers want, just to look good, have fun, listen to music, or get a new phone, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you're right. I think the thing with a teenager is that they're trying to discover themselves, aren't they? Who they are as a person. They're going from that child where I think it's tough being a teenager because they're not old enough to go out and do things, go out clubbing or whatever, and they're too old to be into all the kids stuff. So they're like in a void, aren't they? They're just
transitional period.
It's awful. Yeah. And I think you're right. My lad was the same. I mean, when he was working, he was buying his own stuff, and he'd like a Louis Vuitton belt, and I'm like, right, how much does that cost you? Oh, I got it's 250 quid. I'm like, 250 quid for a belt? And, you know, I got me trainers, crep check, Dad, crep check, there you go. But crep check. But now I'm like, when you finish with those trainers, because he's the same size as me, when you finish with those trainers, I'll have them. Awesome. But I'm going to the gym in a minute. He's like, "Dad, you can't dress like that. I need to get you some new gear for the gym." But he's gone the other way now because he dresses smart, but he's not gone full on with the expensive stuff. But he always has nice crep check, people. If you don't know, for all you old people out there, shoes, trainers. You know what I mean? Crep check. Isn't it? That's right. Yeah, there you go. I'm down with it.
Teach them, Kurt. Teach them.
See, I do. That's what I do. Teach them. Anyway, I'm going to let you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let you get on with your day, and for the benefit of all the people out there, I'm going to play I think I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that video again. Your video, not the one we just had on. Concentration. No. Yeah, oh, that's it. Just stay there a second. And we'll have that. But anyway, it's been wonderful having you on. Keep in touch with myself and Janice. Let us know what you've got going on. If there's anything new, we'll be promoting it. And I wish you every success with your studies and becoming a world famous R&B artist who I see singing with people like Craig David. And definitely go and check out that guy, Tony Sukas. He's absolutely wonderful because I think you'd vibe off him a bit. Right. This has been Duggystone Radio. This has been introducing a fantastic guest that you need to go and check out and support. And until next time, I'll see you later. So we're going to cue the VT. I'm going to get that on. So anyway, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you, Kurt.
Take care, man.
Thank you, everyone.
A pretty little thing caught my eye, yeah. Shorty a bad beast on the fire, yeah. She on the dance floor going crazy. She dirty dancing, no Swayze.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I like the way she whines slow motion. She got me love drunk, no potion. I wanna take her back to the crib, yeah, so we can get it lit with the quickness. Girl, I think I'm falling for you, so damn fine I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Diamonds on my grill gon' shine, shine. Talking all night on your hotline. I wanna beat it up like the baseline. Like eyes with my hands on your waistline. You need a winner, get at me. I'm like the winner, so icy. Nobody gon' do you the same way. Coast to coast trips in a PJ. Girl, I think I'm falling for you, so damn fine I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Girl, you know you're my fixation. It's hard to resist temptation. Girl, I think I'm falling for you, so damn fine I can't ignore you. You're commanding all my attention. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. 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 Work your body, twerk it for me. Girl, you got me going crazy. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration. I'm losing all my concentration.
What a really talented individual.
I'm losing all my concentration.
Oh, yeah. And big up the dancers. Didn't they do well? Didn't they do well? They were absolutely... No, not again. You've had it on twice. Absolutely brilliant. So that has been another Duggystone Radio introducing. I think he's a great guy. Really, really interesting. And I've been following him for ages and commenting on his stuff, and I did a little TikTok a bit back with his Bugatti. Didn't have a Bugatti, but I did it on the SLK with the SLK opening and things like that. But emerging artists, there's people out there getting, producing amazing stuff and really pushing it, and I like his attitude to life. I like what he's doing, and that's an absolute knockout track. That's going to be an earworm. So if you do nothing else today, go and stream that track, go and watch that video, and go and show it to someone. Get someone else involved. But until next time, Kirk out. That's going to be it, I think. We're going to leave you to it. Don't forget Woof and Brew for your love dogs. Treats for your love dogs. Thanks for them. They sponsor the show and sponsor Dougie's Atomic Dustbin on a Thursday. If you watch it on YouTube, don't forget to come over to Duggystone Radio. You can say, Alexa, open internet radio. You can go to DuggystoneRadio.com, press the player. You can download the app, or you can go over to Mixcloud Live. Think YouTube, where we can play copyrighted material. And if you subscribe to us, you'll get notified when we go live. And until next time, I'm going to get out of here, people.